solve for X. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Zimone, Infinite Analyst, an X cost commander who just wants you to cast spells with X. Once per turn, you get a discount on your X cost spell, and you'll be growing Zimone, making her into a threat and giving you a bigger discount on the next X cost spell. But because it's limited to just once a turn, this deck is looking to buffer on both your turn and your opponent's turn, getting discounts so you can turn small threats into huge problems. This deck is running a combination of different things, whether it's +1/+1 counter synergy to buff up Zimone herself, some big hydras both in the air and on the ground, and of course other cool X cost spells like things that let you draw a ton, or maybe copy things in play, steal things, make a ton of elves, make a ton of lands. You have to scroll down on this because there's so many X cost cards. In fact, it's really hard to see what the average mana value is in this deck because it's kind of close to 1 or 2 with all of these X costs. But if Zimone has a couple counters on her, you can only spend 1 or 2 mana to pay for the colored pips and get a huge spell cast. In this deck, you're going to want to protect her, you're going to want to ramp, and then use her discount to cast huge X cost spells. So let's solve for X, take her into the queue, and see what Mathemagical we can pull off. Friend of the channel, CGB, is playing Brawl Zarek, guest lecturer. Is he streaming right now? Well, I guess I'll keep this hand. I have a Wash Away to stop Brawl. I have Innkeeper's Talent to grow the Zimone. A Better Offer to steal from them. Perhaps an Otter to be utterly adorable. Elusive Otter, ideally, I'm playing after Zimone to, like, super buffer. It's just one of those, like, there's not a good curve on the, like, on the draw into mono black. So do I go for something faster or stronger? Rawl's abilities don't actually harm us that much. That's the trouble. And this is, like, a decent hand to stop Rawl once. I think we mulligan. I'll keep it. Even in a mono black deck, I know CGB, he's playing like every fetch land. Watch him like reveal the deck and be like, there's no fetch lands in here. Oh, not this again. You are the second person to Dark Ritual into a Brawl on turn 1 against me. Today, in the last hour. Okay. Fine. Nice Carsey Revenant. Behold. Elf! Ooh, you know, I should have actually gone for Breeding Pool because I have Mass Manipulation in hand. And also these baddies, but it's like, who cares about that? They seize my thoughts. Hey! Yeah, mono black removal I think will be pretty good against Zimone. Some sort of a tutor, huh?
At a word they come running.
Hey, don't be seasoned, my thanks. Oh, there's the tutor. Blood Operative. Is there a loop with Blood Operative in this deck? Probably not. One Zimone. And I'll bop roll. How does streamer luck work when it's a streamer versus another streamer? I don't know. So far, this Brawl is, he's putting critters into the graveyard and then bringing them out. It's the higher viewer count. Dang it. CGB's got a bigger channel than me. That's why he gets streamer luck. That's so sad. 1, 2. Where are you at? Sorry, I'm trying to decide if I want to just, like, draw 3 cards because I didn't get the land here. And then swing it roll. Or if I want to kill this. No, I want to draw cards because I didn't get the stuff. Okay. It draws me a card. That's the difference.
Crime begets punishment.
Oh, don't worry, I'll steal something.
Choose your words carefully.
Nah, the blood operative can come back. Yeah, I could have killed Roll there. By putting the fight on Zimone. Blue Sun can't target walkers, no. But that ass can. I mean, this. You gonna kill her? You wouldn't kill a Zimone, would ya? She's just a little guy. I could only do one. Yeah, I essentially have 7 mana here. This is probably the funniest. This is nice for this turn. Just do this for 5. Make a couple of Karsies. Now let's do this. Show me what you got, Zimone. This. That. You. It's like, you can flip me over. I have protection from multicolored. You do. And I probably am gonna flip you over. Because it has reach. Shh, it's a secret.
Prepare.
Everybody knows what I like. It's having a lot of copies of stuff. He knows about the mass manipulation. I'm surprised he hasn't made me discard it yet. Why don't you do nothing? What do you mean I don't have enough? Can I only do X equals 2? Fine. Haha! Now it is me, the Ralzeric guest lecturer deck. Do I have any creatures I can return? Hold up. I could bring back 1 Chitong! Go! The 1 in best of 1.
Time to pay your debts.
I guess I'll attack with all of these. If they block this one specifically, I'll flip it up. Okay, he didn't. So I'm gonna flip this up. Look, I made it smaller just to show you what I have. He shrunk? Yeah, but it's cute. Look at it. They're sniffing Zimone. I shouldn't say they. I know him. When I talk about, by the way, that punk Dan in Brawl, I'm not talking about this Dan. I'm talking about the other Dan. The moon! No. I want to hear his death voice line. Okay. Guess what? Ta-da! It makes me happy. Terra, Herald of Hope, will be self-milling and bringing back creatures with a medium to low power for only 2 mana. She's also going to fly, so she's hard to block and kind of hard to deal with. I might be able to phase her out or block her with Wan Chi Tong, but overall, Terra is a pretty good card, especially because there's a lot of cards that have a low power, but a huge impact. I'm talking about cards like Fury and Solitude and even Alacia, who can also bring things back. I don't need black mana. I need blue mana. I'll bring out Zimone. Hopefully she doesn't die here, but if she does, she does. A Ganjo. They got 3 mana. They could play her, and they do. Right, I am going to play the Slumbering Trudge for X equals 0. Just trust me on this one. We're going to take advantage of the fact that Zimone is both on our turn and our opponent's turn. We get this discount. That is part of why we're running some of these spells, because I want that big old discount. I can wait until they attack in and go for the Wan Chi Tong. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't feel like they have anything at instant speed to stop it. And that's a big bird all of a sudden sitting in your way. Skyclave Apparition can hit Zimone, can hit Wan Chi Tong, can hit the Trudge. Okay, they're going for the commander. That's smart. I'll play it Terra Symbiosis. So getting +1/+1 counters gets me more stuff. I will get some more of this. And, I guess X equals 1. I just kind of want to draw a card. Boop. Swinging for 4 in the air. Yeah, I think this is going to have to be something they get rid of. Oh, I love seeing all these X cost spells. Feels so good. Loran can smash Terra Symbiosis. Dang it. Would I like to remove a counter and draw a card? Yeah, sure. Tapping you. I'm trying to get it to leave up a blue for March. Marcho Swirl and Miss. So I can phase things out. If I just want to get counters on Zimone, I could cast this Hangerback Walker, but I'm at the point here where it's like, I don't really feel I need to do that. Thanks for searching. Wan Chi Tong liked that. Hi. Hello, 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 hi. Hi. Hello. Cards? Terra! Do you have removal for Wan Chi Tong? Good. Why does this thing have vigilance? This card is stupid. One, two. I'm gonna tap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I want to leave up the 1 blue for the protection on March of Swirling Mist. Swinging in with Wanchy Tong again. Wanchy Tong liked that. Yeah. That's how it feels sometimes. I'll have to discard. I'll discard this card. For anybody wondering, Amy, what do you search for on Finale? We don't actually have really good search targets. It's because we can get X to 10 or more and give the huge buff. That's a lot of little guys. Dang, bro. You're 0-0, right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or do I want to get silly with it? Because I could also Ornate. But I think I should go for the kill. I think it is the polite thing to do is end the game. And we go to combat, and I'll swing with everyone. Good game, Tara. Balmor, the Battle Birdie. Balmor is a super aggressive commander, and this hand's probably too slow. I think that Wash Away isn't the worst against them, but this is still not a fast hand, especially not against that bird. I will keep it, though, and we're going to do our best. I mean, if I can counter Balmor once, that's going to reduce the damage. Whenever they cast instants or sorceries, all their creatures get like a pseudo prowess. So it gets played with a lot of other prowess stuff. Somebody's asking, is CGB not one of my friends on Arena? He's not, apparently. My 3 friends. Ailey, some guy who ran for government, and Ash. Hold up, things are happening. I'm sorry I don't have the muscles for Justice URL anymore. I know that's disappointing to everyone. Nice. So many triggers. I'm rifting the Soulscar Mage this turn, because I think that's what you equip to. It is not what they equipped to. Okay, then I'm going to bounce Harmonic Prodigy. I'll be taking more damage, but I won't be letting them get that card draw spell. Amy, you just gotta believe. Zimone's a good blocker. She's getting Force of Will, doesn't she? Good, she isn't. She's a 0-4. Harmonic Prodigy. Preordained to get that double prowess trigger. Yeah, remember, by the way, because of Soulscar Mage, if they deal non-combat damage, this will get -1/-1 counters, which will get rid of my +1/+1 counters. So next turn, I think I have to fight Soulscar Mage if I can. Keyword if I can. Alright, so X equals 2. Actually, I can technically do x equals 0 because she gets the counters first. Yes, that works. Ooh, but what if they have a free spell? Then would have to be x equals 2. Because remember, they held priority before. Is there a different rope on this map? I'm just going for x equals 0. Yeah, that's why I had to. They did, in fact, have a force of will. Will they, won't they? No, they will. Remember, as they attack in, they will be getting another spell here. But at least I can stop them from getting extra damage. But they will get another +2/+2 at minimum from the attack. So that's going to be +4/+4. This Soulscar Mage is a problem. You can strike it rich again just for more damage. Yeah. They're always, by the way, 1-cost spells, but some of them are sorceries. Good news, it wasn't an instant. I would need to bolt that in for this. So we're going to go for Gold Vein Hydra, x equals... Actually, Hydroid Krasis, because it gains me a tiny bit of life. X equals 4. That'll gain me 2 life and draw me 2 cards. Oh, look! Protection! We sit here and we protect Zimone. And also my life total, help. Here's Balmor the Battle Birdie. Tweet, tweet. Preordain is the conjured card. Ow, oof, oof, ow, 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 oof, ow, oof. 1 to the top, I don't like that. Okay, Storm Chaser's Talent. Doesn't trigger Balmor. I think it's an instant or a sorcery. One of those, like, am I playing to kill this here? Yeah. It's Mathemagics for blockers. I do not have a lethal Mathemagics yet. This is only x equals 4 right now. Trying to think if Snowborn Simulacra is the pick, because it can get me a flyer. Yeah. X equals 5. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. We play one of the lands. We play the Balmor. And we buff our Balmor. just me trying to survive here. They're piecing it together. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Free Prodigy sick. Reminder, wizard. Just so you know, she's a wizard. Why the hell do y'all have trample? Oh, right, Balmor. Oh, no. I think I might be dead. That's at least 2 in the air. And 3 in the ground. No, it's lethal. It's lethal exactly right now. Well, actually, +1. But you know what? What's a little more damage? Just to let y'all know, if there was another turn... If there was another turn and Zimone were still alive, I think I could have killed them with math. They're just going for maximum damage. They spell pierce their own spell. If there was no trample, but no, Balmor is a great aggro commander. It would have been so good to make them draw up 120 something cards. 128? Yeah, 128. Cavero, or Superior Spider-Man. They're going to put things into their graveyard, sometimes tutoring them into their graveyard, and then they will cheat them out by casting their commander, who becomes a copy of one as it's cast. Or I guess as it resolves. It's typically a very nice reanimator deck that's also able to run some of the best blue and black removal, counter spells, kill spells, discard, all of that. I will... Hit mace. What do we got? Primal Might. Not what I want against them. Innkeeper's Talent is the best setup card to go into Zimone. It doesn't matter, I'm going for Wachitong. There's Zimone. Swinging. Homebound Lich. It does some looting, and it's something you don't exactly want to block. Ah, Shelly in the graveyard. Okay, then I want to maintain counter spells here, which I can do. I'm going to Bristly Bill. Land. Buffing Zimone to eventually discount this. But I need to hold the tail's end so they don't get that Sheoldred. Winter Night Stories. They're actually just going for draws. Wow, you have so many big spookies. Just also draw and discard again. Yeah, there's no such thing as Historic Brawl technically anymore, but like, I call this Historic Brawl because it's Historic Brawl to me. Play. Rude. I will play her again. Making me work for it. Roiling Dragonstorm? Are you only looking to do Bringer? Oh, there's the Bringer! Guys, look, we found Bringer.
I won't let Kamigawa fill my faith again.
This guy phases out, so I am not able to hit him.
Can't uncover.
I will throw Zimone, open the way, X equals 2. That is the max you can do it for. Get some more landfall. I will spread the love. Everybody in. Didn't even give me a fish. Didn't even give me a fish.
I'll be taking that now.
Ah, and an Arden. I imagine they can even protect their commander. We'll find out. Here's Cavero. Here's a Tail's End. They didn't have protection. So many good reanimatables, but nothing to protect. All right, I am going to maximize Zimone. And then we're going to go for a humongous Gold Vein Hydra to kill them. I didn't click right. Rashmi Eternity's Crafter. Usually a Simic Flash commander, because if you cast spells on yours and your opponent's turn, you get more value. And just kind of casts extra things for free or puts them into play. I have, or into your hand. I have a turn 1 Delighted Halfling, which is very, very nice against a Simic Flash deck since they tend to have a lot of counter magic. Not entirely sure on that thing being in the graveyard. Alright, they are taking away my Hobbit's abilities. A tragedy. An Elvish Mystic. I don't think they have any 0-cost cards in their library, and it would make them into 0/0s. I need mana to cast my silly X-cost spells. Or I need Ouroboros to Aura my Boroid. Okay, they just cantripped there with a Heritage Reclamation. I didn't get another land. So I guess I'll go with Zimone. I think a Goose Mother for X=1 would also have been fine here. But I'd obviously rather do it with Zimone in play, so I get the counters, so I get the discount, so I get all the goods. My stuff is counterable. Yeah, let's go for the goose. That'll discount my onslaught. Or my better offer. I feel like if I did better offer for X=1, it's probably actually better than X=2 because it probably just gets me a mana dark. Oh, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, okay. Zimone does not get the counters. I get a sneeze counter, though. According to chat, I get 3 sneezies. Which is not good, because sometimes when I have fewer sneezes, it means I'm, like, sick. I'm playing Ouroboros here. Let me see if this baddie can resolve. I don't need X-cost spells to buff my stuff. Okay, well, I do need my spells to stay in play. I'll swing in with the goose. Eat my food. Draw a card. Great, I'm gonna cast this for 0. My Zimone grows! Yeah, I usually sneeze at like 4 or 5 times. I just hope I'm not getting sick, but it's also allergy season. I just finished traveling a whole bunch. I'm wearing masks on the plane, but I wish the people who are sniffling and coughing next to me were the ones wearing it. Alright, let's see. I like this plan, I like this plan. Ouroboros. Get my buffin'. The tides are bound. Fine. I have no more food to sacrifice. Night Moose, thank you so much for the 20-month resub. 3 sneezes is enough to prove that I'm not possessed by demons. You know, I believe that. This is bribery at home. It is bribery at home. I'm wide. They must not have a mass bounce spell. Eventually, I'll get there. Kaito, Cunning Infiltrator. This is the mono blue Kaito that would really love to go wide, get in some hits, and then start cheating things out for free. I have ramp on turn 3 here, which is not where I want it. I feel like I want something on turn 1 or 2. I do have 1 and 2 drops in this deck. I'll take this. It's not exactly what I want. And I have to return a card. So I'm going to drop the Doppelgang. That's a very big mana sink. And the current plan here is to set up some card advantage with the Hardened Bond since I didn't get early ramp. And then start playing some cheap Hydras just to get more stuff in hand. A Mockingbird as literally just a Mockingbird. X equals 1. The world's smallest gold vein Hydra. And I'll swing in. I got a sort of a land creature. Yeah, that's a good evasive creature for Kaito. Don't mind me. I'm gonna dodge some counter spells here. Yeah, they probably do have some ninjas that they could, like, swap it for. And Malcolm. More evasive, some flash. And here comes Kaito. He gets loyalty on each of these hitting.
Stick close. I got this.
You could make a ninja. Your stuff's already unblockable, so I could see -2ing. Yeah.
I'm not here.
How does Zimone's text work with cards that have 2 X's? It still just reduces the overall cost of the card by her power. Well, not her power, but the number of +1/+1 counters on her. It, like, doesn't reduce each mana value. They're going to try to subtlety her. I'm going to try to lapse their subtlety. And I'll swing in this beady, itty bitty gold vein Hydra.
Now you're getting it.
You'd heard that Zimone was broken. She works. She's very fun. My first game with her, I got to Mathemagic somebody for 2 to the power of 7.
Follow me, Pom-Pom.
Which is a pretty good feeling on a new brew. They swing in with everything. This guy is mad loyalty.
Our move.
He doesn't cheat things into it. He makes a ninja whenever a player casts a spell. Gran! Aw, Frogify. My Trudge! Aw, man. This will go for a goose. That'll let me block a little. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get me another thing in hand. Nice big goose mama. Ooh, elusive otter. And I'll swing both of these at Kaito. If they kill Gold Vein Hydra, I get a treasure. If they kill Zimone, I can bring Zimone back.
Cover's blown.
How do you build Quandrix? Like Quandrix the dragon. The new Quandrix, I think, is just kind of ramp and extra turn spells. It kind of plays like a Modi. They're going for just one unblockable Malcolm. That's the 3rd chorus counter on it, by the way. On the 4th one, they get a free spell. And they put my Goose in witness protection. All right, let's distribute 4 different counters onto 3 different creatures. You know what, Zimone, you can get a buffin too. Is the Malcolm a problem? Yes. Yes, it is. I guess I will swing a bunch of stuff at Kaito. You like my legitimate business, Goose? Do you like it more or less than legitimate business, Grandma? Alright, cool. They let me kill Kaito. Let's play some blockers. Losing a life here is gonna hurt. And whatever Malcolm brings in, that could be a problem. An elusive otter. I get a Snapcaster, Stern Scolding. And here is Wildwood Scourge, X equals 0, but it got an extra +1/+1 from Hardened Bonds. They're swinging in with everything, and I think that's just lethal by virtue of so many little guys all swinging in for a little bit of damage. Oh, no! A tiny bit off by 1! But wait! Oh, you don't want free mana leak. Okay, I guess I'm just eating food here, then. I thought you had a way to kill me. Why aren't I dead? Gran, why am I still alive? What are you casting for free, Malcolm? Ah, Tidebinder. Check this out. Boom, I can eat a food. There's no abilities on the stack. They're not playing Kaito. A Tail's End. And they're sacrificing our creature for a Flare of Denial, which allows them to give unblockability to one of these creatures, and then we lose. I'll say, good game. Hard to do as much with a Zimone that doesn't do anything. Brawl Zarek, guest lecturer. Brawl is going to be doing a whole bunch of mono black stuff, surveilling, discarding, reanimating, and skipping our turn? Yikes, that's pretty scary. Brawl is one of those cards that's a hint. I was about to say, he could come out on turn 1. A hint at a future set. We know that he's from some other place or some alternate reality. He has a symbol on his card that's the same symbol that's on Jace's belt. Brawl Zarek. Truly a spooky mystery. Well, I have A hobbit. Very cute. This is just normal Rawl. Yeah, he's never been an otter in red and blue in his life. Yeah, Ralph Eric guest lecture is... He in the story kills some kids. He, like, manipulates some children into finding information and helping him, and then leaves them to die. I'm pretty sure if I play Zimone, she's just going to die here. So I kind of like going for hangerback walker and just swinging at him with the little guy. To address somebody in the chat, please don't rope, even if you're not happy with how a game has turned out. That is poor behavior, and if you do not want to play a game, you can concede, play it to the level which you think it's already done. But please don't rope just because you don't like a commander. Like, I don't want to encourage people to, like, concede on turn 0 either, because that gets people playing those commanders to essentially get free wins. But I really don't like when people just kind of give up in the lamest of ways. I have 2 different things I could do here. Put a counter. Or try to save Zimone. I'm gonna go for try to save Zimone. Is he black-white? He's part of the black-white school, Silver Quill, but he is from the Orzhov Guild, according to the story. This is the first Rawl I've seen as commander. It's just mono-black control, which does make sense. But this was very much one that came out early. It looks like they also have a reanimation theme because they're running Quest. He is definitely approaching ult. We could go for a big Scourge, maybe a Wake in the Woods. Let's go for a Wake in the Woods. For X equals 4. Pass the turn. Is it Boyd time? I think next turn is Boyd o'clock. But I'm worried about board wipes either way. Does the story mention Tomic at all? No, but this guy has big divorced energy.
My words are as sharp as daggers.
I don't have to really worry about counter spells from them. A deadly dispute. Sacrificing... There, yeah, I don't have enough damage to kill them. It's just a matter of, like, do I cast this pre or post combat? I'm gonna go for pre-combat. Oh, whoops. I meant to do, using more of the mana, but that's fine. I'll get to draw. Who are you snuffing out? Okay, the Ouroboros. Oh, an Otawara. That's actually really nice. I will attack Rawl with this, this, and this.
Case closed then.
I could have paid more mana into it, but this way I'm holding up the Otawara to either rescue something or do something else. So they can replay roll. They don't have a Dark Ritual, but they have 5 mana. Deep Cavern Bat, can't do anything about that. That's an Otawara, it's a land. Yeah, Rawl, in the art that this is like a parody of, is holding straps for a big container on his back. In this art, he's just kind of grabbing his chest. Sir, what are you doing? The Reaper King No More is very good at stealing my little stuff and can counter some of my +1/+1 counters with -1/-1 counters. Rude. I have a cheap counter spell, so maybe I can stop this, but oftentimes they have turn 1 ramp, and if we have turn 1 ramp, well, I guess it'll be a battle between the early plays. I do go first, though. And here is a Birds of Paradise. I ideally want to be able to cast an X-Cost spell when I get Zimone out. So I could actually see just holding my Repulsive Mutation this turn. Nah, Zimone. They didn't ramp. Though they are a very withering deck. I had a lot of fun playing Reaper King No More. The only problem is when I would match into decks that did not have creatures, and I would just be like, well, what am I supposed to do? I can't steal from you. My -1/-1 counters go nowhere. I'm just a 6-mana 3/3. Help, I'm under duress. They can get rid of one of my counter spells. But which one? I think you should hit Repulsive Mutation because it has an X in the cost. Even though this is a 1-mana counter for your commander, the 2-mana counter for your commander is also pretty good. Even though you can, like, kill the creature it's targeting in response, and yeah. They went for Wash Away. They don't see it the way I see it. Oh, they're gonna go for both! Here comes Grief. And Grief's gonna get rid of the Trudge, so I can't cast something cheaply on my turn. It's fun. I will sit here. But I have a good counter spell if they cast any spells. But misclicking with Repulsive. Yeah, that's real. Edge Maze! No, I'm good on lands. Very useful spell. Very, very useful. They have no creatures. Here's the Reaper. I will do X equals 1, 2, 3. And I will try to grow... Actually, you know what? I'm growing Birds of Paradise. So when they get that out again, it can't steal my bird. Also, I have no other X-Cost spells in my hand. Because he got rid of them. Okay, there's a nice Scales card, but it's not one I can protect. So I'm just going to swing in with these. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now I got critters. They kill my commander. I'll just play her again. Oh, Fauna Shaman. I don't like that you want a tutor. I can play the Kami, but again, they can just kill it. I really don't want them tutoring. You know, it's fine. It's fine. What are they even gonna get? Onto Yule? I don't know what they're gonna get. Hey, Perpetual Noob, welcome. How goes the brawling? Oh, you know. We got Lady. Got X-Cost spells. Many of them. Are we doing some Mathemagic? Ideally, yes. So they're dropping Evora. I've already dropped a lot of cool cards. That's a Broadside Bombardiers. They can deal 4 damage by flinging the Shaman. Who do you kill, Zimone or a bird? They're killing Zimone. Okay. Mean. Go, my bird! Solo this game! I'm drawing so many lands. Okay, tutoring into the graveyard. You have a lot of big scaries in a graveyard. Do you have a reanimate spell? Is that Grizzlebrand? No, Runescarred Demon. It's a nice Birds of Paradise you have there. Mine's bigger. Yeah, I'm not really sure what their deck has to do with Reaper. I'm not seeing any -1/-1 counters. The kill spells make sense, since you can use kill spells with Reaper to get rid of things. And there's also the pod lines. So Reaper King oftentimes plays like 7 drops that are big and scary because you can actually sacrifice this to get them. The fun thing about how the Ozolith works, you can put -1/-1 counters on it and move them onto your opponent's creatures. Just a little fun thing I figured I would mention. How am I still drawing lands? I added 1 more land into the deck after I was mana screwed for 2 games in a row before. Was that too many? Was one too many? Might have been. Oh, hey, Mikey. I can make it go on the Kami, or I can make it keep going on the bird. Chunky. Gotta add the half lands. I got those. They're called MDFCs. Oh, hey, Annie. Wondering why not attack on the ground, because if Reaper King then comes out, they can kill and steal. Because they have a Panharmonicon. Why not put it on the Birds of Paradise? Just because I can. Hey, do you want to attack? Okay. They cannot steal it because it's my commander. I get my -1/-1 counter onto the Ozolith. I will move this -1/-1 counter onto Birds of Paradise. Oh, but wait! Do you have something? Oh, you're gonna have it come back into play tapped and dead. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I'm gonna swing in and kill you. Quandrix, the Proof. That's from the same school as us. But we're gonna probably get schooled by them because Quandrixer Proof is going to be ramping and cascading. And those cascades can turn big spells into more big spells. And the kind of big spells I'm actually most worried about from them are probably cards that are just taking extra turns and being hugely impactful. Or just ramping so you get more value for the other big things. Oh, Magecraft. I can Zimone and go for a 0-cost spell here, even though this is like a free blocker, to try and set up for something big, but I don't actually have a big thing to set up into here. Like Trudge, Stand can be like a big kill all at once, but... What do we got? Oh, a land! Good for you. I do have an instant, though, so I can Zimone on their turn and mine. I think I'll go for... Yeah, Trudge for 2. Gets 1 stun. They're almost at Quandrix mana. They're poring over the pages, which lets them untap. And draws a whole bunch of cards. And with your 2 mana, what will you do? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cast a kind of meaningless Tyvar stand because I want Zimone to have more numbers on her. Go, Zimone! Use numbers! Nothing to steal from that. I can make a big Stonekiller Serpent. I want something better. Good. And I will play this as a land, even though it would be pretty fun to have it otherwise. And we're going to play this for 5, 6, 7. They counterspell my big snake, probably because it can block Zimone. Or not the Zimone, Quandrix. She's the dragon that's at the head of the school. Alright. I attack for 6! Yeah, I sure only have 1 blue source. Don't worry about the mass manipulation. Cycle of Renewal. It's more ramp. And somebody had asked, like, why I didn't have this in the original build of my deck, and I was like, because it's not always going to be castable. And we're swinging. Quandrix has an animation. It's the same animation that the old Quandrix had, right? I wasn't paying attention. You cast a big spell. I like Zimone being stronger than the founder of the school. She's been working out. She learned from Tyvar how to hit the gym. Okay. Season of Gathering. I can Tails End the Cascade and force the season. Okay, I guess I let this part of stack resolve. They cascade. They're gonna obliterate Zimone, aren't they? No, I gotta protect her! Please, I have so little! Yup. By the way, the free spells all work very well with Quandrix. They have to discard because they have 15 cards in their hand. Not what I was hoping for. I will still cast it for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I got. Yeah, there's my mass manipulation mana. Too late now. I have none cards. They have many cards. I will be able to escape Uro next turn if I get a next turn. I feel you play pretty much every single extra turn spell in Quandrix. Archmage Emeritus, you need to draw more cards. No, you don't. Yep. More ramp. Wait, what did you discard that this is what you can... What's with all the lands? They, like, only discarded lands. No, my corn. I guess I can float mana. I have nothing to do with the mana, but like... Yep. Yep. Mass bounces. Extra turn. Yep. Expropriate. Gross. Sorry, I was holding the mana. I mean, Quandrix Apprentice was also getting them stuff. Okay. I don't have double blue. So I guess I just, as big of a market backwalker as I can get, which is 8. Big. 7. Okay, can you kill it for me? So I can draw. Please don't bounce it. Just kill it. Like, use another nature's claim. Just get rid of it. Please. Pretty please. Oh, Finale of Revelation. Great. They're going to draw a lot of cards and do a bunch of stuff, and things are going to happen. So I guess I just let this stack resolve because they cascaded into another spell, so it's going to cascade again. Right? Oh no, it's only from your hand it gets cascade. They're going to untap some lands though, which means that with 20 cards in hand, one of those is probably one of the extra turn spells that cost 5. And that should be enough to kill me. They did use the Simic kill spell. They hit, was it Rapid Hybridization? I was like, it was either that or Pongify. Okay, Quandrix bonks me in the face, and then takes an extra turn, bounces my threats. All I need is a blue spell and blue source and a Mathematics. I don't think it would resolve. Season of Weaving is going to bounce everything. And all I have is 5 lands, so... You know what I need off the top? I need the Haste Hydra. I need Goldvein. Goldvein would kill him. Mutagen Man! He's like, just me! Sorry, guys! Dang it, Mutagen Man. Don't you know? Don't you know that I need something better? Something more? Okay. Okay, Quandrix. She cascades. Well, hello to you, too! What else you got? Drawing more cards, untapping more lands. Okay, Force of Vigor, no target. Oh, wait! There's a... Kill it! Kill it! No! That's so funny. They specifically didn't kill Market Backwalker. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's not nice. She's not repulsive. You gonna play that Bloom Tender? Get yourself another chump blocker? No. Okay. I can go for actually doing something here. That's like big. So I'm gonna try to do something big here. Mutagen Man. Ooze. 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 I want to have cards in hand too. They're just gonna like bounce it. We go to combat. I swing for 6. I'm leaving. Did what I could. It was not enough. Katara, Waterbending Master, draws an absurd amount of cards, kind of just by existing. I don't have a way to stop her here. I don't have a way to stop counter spells. I also don't have things that I can play on their turn. So I'm going to mulligan. I have a Force of Negation. That can stop one thing, maybe ever. I have a Primal Might, but this is also just too slow. Finale, sure, it can get me a halfling, but I think we gotta throw it back. Go for this. There's a weird little counter spell. I guess I drop either the Arthropod or one of the 2 Mana Dorks here. I want to play to my theme, and play to my theme I shall. They go first. Well, that might help. I'm unable to scream. I only have one of these effects in this deck because none of them are X cost. There are some X cost things that like manipulate power and toughness, but none of them permanently remove abilities. Here's Katara. And I am going to lead with Unable to Scream. And the Arthropod. Sorry, you look good like this. They will eventually be able to just bounce this back into their hand and play it again. Or flicker it. Lots of different ways to use it. Let me try to get Zimone in play. Kind of doubt that it will work. Wash away. Great. Return back into the command zone. Okay, before Wanchi-Khan can resolve, I am going to get a fetchin' and go see what's on top of my deck. What is it? Another land? Nope. Especially not a fetch land. We can have some bird v bird attacks. If I cast X equals 0, this does not get me any cards. Why did you bolt that in? What are you doing over there? Stop it. I could go for Goose Mother. I could try to get Zimone in play. I would really love to get to use my commander. She doesn't do that much. Right? She goes ever and ever uncastable. Yeah, I was probably going to do like Goose Mother for X equals 1. So I could hold up the Repulsive Mutation. Yes, this is an Oops All Counterspells deck. And it's unfortunately one you see often enough. Okay, Mystical Tutor, get away to free Katara. They gotta think about it. Can I search for Cavern of Souls? I don't have any way to do that in the deck. I have plenty of things that just, like, lands. Paths of Tuin Vale. Okay, they can bounce my Arthropod and it will cost more, and bounce Katara and she'll cost less. No, they gotta, like, really think about every single one of their plays. X 1 or 2. X equals 1. Give me the top card of my deck. That's a good one. Waiting on that path, Katara. Countered spell, okay. Go to bounce. Go to bounce, little Miss End Step. X equals 1. I am going to give the Birds of Paradise a counter. So you would have to pay 1 mana. And you cannot pay 1 mana. And you tutored for that. Katara remains in play. Yeah, look, I have a counterspell too. It's thematic. Wanchi Tong swings in for 1. Never mind. You got another way to free Katara? No? And what, you're gonna lose to 2 1-power creatures? That's embarrassing. Brawl Zarek, guest lecturer. I suppose they'll be doing mono black things. I ran into one of these before. I wonder if it's the same player. That would be weird. I will mulligan. Not much here. Gonna do a double mulligan. Got 1 piece of synergy. I'll take it. Good news is no dark ritual into roll. The Geometer's Arthropod. All right, Rawl, what's the vibe? This Rawl does not have removal built into him. He has reanimation. He's got discard. Oh, discard. They could intentionally have me drop a creature, or they could intentionally have me drop a non-creature. One of these will get them a 2/2 zombie. The other one will get them a card draw. Well, we've got ourselves a Cyclonic Rift. You like Waste Not? I think it's a very fun card. Makes me wonder if this is a discard deck. Yeah, it's a -1 for the discard. Here's Solemn Simulacrum. And now we can start casting X-cost spells. Now this Hydra, not going to be big enough. How about a Goose? Let's get loose with the Goose. X equals 2. That'll make me some food. Grow Zimone. And I guess I'll put mana into hand or Gold Vein. I really love Gold Vein, so I'm going to grab it. And Goose Mother can also draw for me next turn. I'll swing in with Zimone and the Arthropod. Stab him with the crab. Yeah, this is a great, like, if they play Brawl and wipe the board, this is sudden damage to swipe at them. Oh, Goldvein was in the pre-con? That's awesome. I think this is a really sweet card. Here's Roll.
I'd be honored to help out such a promising mate.
Plus or minus. This card, I'll discard this card. It's not so good with all the Hydras I have here. Ooh, a Disciple of Freyles. How about big chunky Goldvein Hydra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And that's without playing this as a land. All right, we got Ornate. Actually, I'll go for this just because it's a little easier. Here we go. Sacrifice food, draw a card. Ornate's nuts? Yes, it is. Especially because it is definitely biased towards rares. It is not a random creature card. It is absolutely, like, weighted more towards the higher cost stuff. Okay. Let me Ornate for big mana, please. I would love to. Okay, they're gonna hit the Turgidity. I will have the Spectral Restitching, maybe? Ooh, no. Oh, they're both under owner's control. I'm gonna drop the Cyclonic Rift. They will get to draw a card. I can also give them the world's babiest Voracious Hydra. Okay. Land. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to this. So it'd be X equals 9? No. All right, wait. Right, because there's 2 at the base. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 8. Like a little in-game calculator. All right, what card would I like? Better Offer lets me steal. I should probably just take a land. So now let's see what 8 generates. Oh, a lot of stuff. Wait, hold up. Wait, I want to see. 10th District Hero. Oh, Magmatic Force. That's a fun one. Waker of Waves, Caldera Breaker, Drider, Soldiers of the Grey Host, Earth's Village Ruffians, 10th District Hero, Voldaren Epicure. Cool. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Zimone is a very cool commander, but she kind of falls into the Brawl trap of, well, Zimone needs to live for a turn, she costs 3, she doesn't have any ward, and she's a little bit tricky to protect. I do think she's a cool card, and I think that she's an interesting card. But if you want to play X cards matter, you should probably play Roshin. Even though blue gives you access to some of the coolest ones that you have, I think that Zimone just suffers from the matchmaking. She matched into a lot of mono blue decks for me, running into things that just continuously counter her, bounced her. So she can't keep counters on her, and you just can't make an impact. I think that if she entered with some counters or had ward, she would be a much, much better commander. But unfortunately, the way she is, you are going to get some really cool games. You are going to get to mill somebody with Mathemagics, but you're gonna have to really work for it. I did actually get to mill somebody with Mathemagics on the first game I played with her, but it was before I was recording, so sadly I don't have it on video for you. But all you need to know is that yes, you can get this to be like a huge amount of mana, as long as your opponent is not just trying to kill Zimone over and over. If they do, this deck doesn't do that much because it's very much about the X-cost spells. And while some X-cost spells are good enough to play without just being the main focus of the deck, many of the other ones are not. It's the kind of problem you run into where if you want to play a theme and Brawl, that theme better be so darn good on its own that the commander doesn't matter. If the commander is the linchpin of the deck, which it is for Zimone, well, she doesn't give you any card draw. She's probably not doing anything until you cast 2 spells, because remember, the first one doesn't get a discount. So, there you go. Zimone. I still had fun playing her, but she definitely suffers in this queue. If you're looking for my deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander, especially one of these Strixhaven ones or ones that get updates with Strixhaven, please let me know. I'm trying to hop around to the different schools so I don't just focus on 1 or 2, but I'm hoping to hit the Kentorius commander that was also from a precon. This was from a precon. And a couple of the other very cool spells. So we will get to play them in the command zone soon. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.